You want to know why most game reviews suck? It's because everyone on the internet is fucking stupid. Well, except for me, of course. Look, relax, okay? I'm only joking. Kinda. If I posted a review of Elden Ring right now on YouTube and you see the video, what would you expect from me? Would you expect A, for me to give my full unfiltered opinion of the game regardless of how widely loved it is, B, completely suck the game's dick and ignore any and all flaws so people don't get mad at me, or C, tell everyone to go play Kirby instead because Elden Ring is a fucking baby game? Now, if you're watching this, there's a solid chance that you're one of my subscribers, therefore you are mathematically proven to be more intelligent than, well, basically everyone else, so you'd probably just expect for me to do option A. But if you're not, then you'd probably just expect option B because most reviewers on YouTube are too scared of what JimmyBob47 has to say about your actual opinion of Elden Ring. Although the real ones know that I would actually do option C. Now hold on a minute, why does it matter if IGN gives every game an 8 or a 9 out of 10, or if they give their actual opinion on all the newest games that come out? Because as unfortunate as it is, people still trust IGN in whatever recycled opinion they decide to spew every week, and consumers could potentially buy or not buy a product based on the score that IGN gave it. But when you give every game a good score, you're creating an illusion for casual consumers on the internet that don't know any better into thinking that many games or even movies are better than they really are, and whenever they buy doesn't live up to their expectations, they'll be mad and blame IGN. That's not really their fault though, those people probably didn't know any better, but the main reason this actually matters is because when companies with bigger platforms spew basic opinions like this, it can eventually pollute the online space and any discourse of basically anything. But is that really IGN's fault either? Honestly, I don't think so. Yes, I know it's gonna sound like a hot take for a lot of you, but you have to consider the platform in which this content is being made. YouTube. YouTube as a platform above all else rewards consistency. Therefore, it is beneficial for every YouTube channel to have a consistent upload schedule that preferably has the channel in question uploading fairly often. And when any channel has to upload really often, naturally the quality of each individual upload will decline, along with these big companies who have multiple writers, editors, voice actors all working on this one review of Elden Ring. When you have so many conflicting voices and interests piling into a single video, the end result is very confusing that stems from a clear lack of vision, and also they don't really care. So that kind of sucks. On top of all of that, on the internet, the most valuable currency is attention or relevance, and if you upload a review of Forbidden West a month after the game came out, no one's gonna care. Why? Because who the fuck cares? It's been a month already, that game is irrelevant, give me something new. We live in an age where our brains are constantly overstimulated with content and information, and the landscape on YouTube moves so quickly. If you don't put out that review of Strangers of Paradise a day after the game came out, you're already behind. Video games are getting really long nowadays, talking average 20 to 50 hours, and if you're playing Elden Ring, Persona 5, Breath of the Wild, then double that number. Our brains need time to consume and think about what we experienced thoroughly, and if we rush through that game as quickly as possible for the sake of relevance, that review we put out probably won't even reflect our actual feelings on the subject just a few weeks later, because by then we've actually had time to think about it. But at that point, it's too late already, and you might as well just theorize about the FNAF movie or something, I don't know. Okay, if you really want to, you can put everything I said just now aside. You want to know the real reason why most game reviews on YouTube suck? It's not because everyone on the internet is fucking stupid. People on the internet way too often will just watch a review or two of something and form their opinion based on that instead of, oh, I don't know, playing the game for themselves. And when the biggest game review channels online are all saying the exact same thing, it creates this horrible dichotomy of good and bad opinions, which actually translates to popular and unpopular opinions. Most people can't really tell the difference because, again, everyone on the internet is fucking stupid. This is exactly the reason why IGN and all these other game review journalists give a good review to everything in fear of the wrath of the comments section. It's just a lot safer to like everything than to actually criticize something nowadays. We live in an era where giving your actual opinion on something is a risk, and if you criticize something people hold close to their hearts for some reason, will attack the person criticizing that thing as if they were attacking them. No, they were not attacking you. You just put way too much of your personality into liking this one thing, therefore any criticism being thrown at this thing, you take it personally and it will feel like they are attacking you because, again, everyone is stupid. If I sit here and say that Dark Souls is too hard for me and explain my reasoning for why the difficulty of the game ruins it for me, I'm probably going to get hit with a million replies with everyone saying get good, because that's the prevailing thing to say towards anybody critiquing any Soulsborne game. Whether you like it or not, this one thing you have as such a high pedestal does have its flaws, and you're just using the difficulty as a crutch instead of thinking critically as to why this person may not like Elden Ring all that much. It's okay to praise something as much as you criticize it. I'm willing to bet more than anything there's just as many people who dislike Elden Ring as people who love it. But if you scroll through Twitter for a while, you'll only really see people talking about why it's amazing. Why? Because that's the popular opinion, and people love to attack those who speak out against their beloved video game. People should be able to speak freely about any video game, movie, or album regardless of its popular reception. Now, for a brief moment, for whatever reason, if you decide to go to my channel and scroll down to all my videos, chances are the ratio of videos I've made praising things versus me criticizing things is significantly in favor of praising things, and I'm not even a reviewer. I just find talking about why I like things to be way more fun. And yet some of my most popular videos are of me criticizing things. And that's the last aspect I have yet to touch on. Like it or not, the human mind is automatically drawn to negativity and tends to pay attention to the cons of a situation versus the positive. With this in mind, many creators will exaggerate their dislike of a thing for more attention, since people really love to watch other people hate on things. Hey, I won't lie, I'm not immune to this either. I love watching other people make fun of or just talk about something they really hate. It can be really entertaining sometimes, and it's definitely a nice contrast to all these boring ass YouTubers who just recycle all their content for easy clicks. Personally, I am perfectly fine with people like hating on things or just talking about why they really dislike something or even exaggerating it for a show, as long as it doesn't become toxic or supports a toxic or negative environment. That's when it becomes a problem. That's when you get a million people all saying the exact same opinion about something they've never tried before. Okay, you want to know the real reason why most game reviewers suck? It's because they're not me.